Welcome to VidZet. I'm Dr. Ted Noel, and I'd like to make an announcement. VidZet is now on Patreon, so if you want to support what we do here, feel free, go join our channel on Patreon and help support this educational project. There's a huge amount of controversy over the protests in the NFL where players are taking a knee. The problem here is that the NFL players just don't understand what the NFL is. Because if they did, they wouldn't do it. Further, if the owners understood what the NFL was, they wouldn't do it either. They wouldn't be standing out there going, well, they've got the right to free speech. Guess what? They're your employees. You write the policies about what they speak about on your time. Let's look at what's going on. Sports are a very unique kind of thing, particularly for Americans, but you'll see it in other countries as well. You can be a fan of a sports team, and you can devote yourself 100% to it. You just totally into this team. You know, it doesn't matter whether it's the Chicago Cubs for decades when they were losing, or whether it's Manchester United in soccer, or it's the San Francisco 49ers in football. It doesn't matter. If it's your team, it's your team. And the big thing here is you are, as the expression goes in the NFL, the 12th man. You're truly a part of the team. You are an essential part of the team, and guess what? The reason that it's safe for you to devote yourself entirely to the team is because your team will never reject you. You will always be a member of the team. They don't care what you look like or what your history is. If you're a fan, you're part of the team. It's absolutely unconditional, and it satisfies a need that every human being has to belong. There are many things that we could belong to, but each one of them gives us rewards for belonging, and they satisfy an intrinsic God-designed need for you to serve a larger purpose. Now, whether sports is a larger purpose is a different question than what I'm pointing out. The key is the devoted fan sees it as a larger purpose. So as a member of the team, he is serving, and we all have a need for it. There are numerous rewards. There are things that happen with team spirit. You can wear the jerseys, you can go tailgating, the camaraderie, and once in a while when they win after all those decades of losing, like the Cubs or the Golden State Warriors, which were horrible teams for years, now that they're winners, you finally get a bigger reward. There's a key feature to American teams. Sports fans, by and large, consider themselves Americans first and fans second. They are patriotic. When you look at Antifa and other groups like that, sports are kind of over there. They're not a part of what they're doing. They just, by and large, they're not concerned with sports. They have their team is Antifa, for example. Our big number one team as Americans is America. Now, our country can make mistakes, but it's still our country, and we're part of that team, and you better not diss it. That's what Antifa doesn't recognize. That's what these NFL players taking a knee don't recognize. We understand America as a place where an idea lives, and that idea is I can bust my butt to make my life better, and nobody's going to steal it from me. In particular, the government's not going to steal it from me. And the things that happen to protect that primarily are the police and the courts. As far as foreign entanglement goes, the U.S. military. Those are the instruments of my protection. Now, we can argue about whether the laws that they operate under are right or wrong. Different question. The key is these are the instruments that protect me. And as a result, they are a key part of my team that I'm a part of. And so America is not so much a place as it is a place where that idea lives. The idea that I can invest myself in making my life better, and it won't be stolen from me. What are the symbols of that idea? The national anthem, our flag. We don't call it Old Glory for nothing. I mean, Stars and Stripes is pretty bland, but we call it Old Glory because it reflects the glory of America. After the national anthem, that jet fighter flyover, that's another symbol of America. It's America strong. It's my team. My team will prevail. And we are proud of both teams. We're proud of America, and we're proud of our football team. And we're proud of the home team. I'm a patriot, even if I'm not a fan of that team in New England. I'm still a patriot. I'm an American patriot. And if I'm in Miami, it might be the Dolphins. If I'm in St. Louis, it might be somebody else. Go on, look at the various teams. But it's my home team. I'm part of that team second. My first team is America. As I said, we sell out to our team because our team will never reject us. That's why sports is popular. Our team will never reject us. But last year, Colin Kaepernick of the San Francisco 49ers took a knee during the national anthem. His team and the NFL did nothing. They did bupkis, and it irritated us. But it was one player, so it wasn't a tragedy. We just thought he was horrible. But then the NFL told the Dallas Cowboys they couldn't wear a decal on their helmets as a sign of solidarity for the police officers who were killed in the line of duty in Dallas. No, you can't do that. Wait a minute. The NFL just dissed us. Remember, the police are part of what supports our team. We could have lived with that. That's an irritation. But now you've got players on every team taking a knee. Kaepernick dissed our country. He rejected the 12th man on his team. And as the protests spread, it doesn't matter where you are, your team is rejecting you. This isn't about free speech. You have the right to speak. But remember, you are an employee of your team. Every player is governed by what his employer says. If his employer was smart, he'd say, your free speech is on your free time, not on my time. When you're out there on that field, you're representing me, and you'll go by my rules. Other times, you can go out and be a total idiot. Just don't ask me to stay on your team when you are being a total idiot and rejecting me. So what's happening? NFL viewers are going down. There's fewer of them. Fan stuff isn't selling as well as it was. The ratings are horrible. Tickets aren't being sold, so you have empty seats in stadiums. And there's no sign any of this is getting better. Why? Let's put it very simply. My team rejected me, and my former team now dissed my bigger, more important team, which is my country. As long as sports stays sports, we can put up with major league idiots. But ESPN decided that they weren't going to be a sports network. They were going to be a left-leaning political commentary network. And they're still there, and their ratings are in the tank. The NFL is following ESPN right down that drain. People will come back to both of them when they show that they are sports. ESPN is sports commentary, and if that's all it is, it'll do fine. If the NFL decides it is football and nothing more, people will come back. But dissing their team, America, isn't going to work because their team is going to leave. And the question really is, how many and for how long? Let us imagine that this ruler is the NFL. On this side, you have the management, and they do all of the things over here with contracts for TV, contracts for marketing, all of those things, all the business stuff, the payroll. On this side, you have the game and all of the fan stuff that goes with it, the jerseys that I might buy, the footballs with team names on them, whatever. All of that stuff is over here. But in the center, the thing that holds it all together is the fans. And if you were to take away the fans, it's all going to fold up. there won't be anything left. The NFL has rejected its team members by taking a knee. That violates its covenant with the fans. But the NFL doesn't understand who it is. Will the NFL ever recover? It's an open question. The sooner they straighten out their understanding of who they are, that they are a sports entity and not a political entity, the sooner the fans will be safe to return. I'm Dr. Ted Noel. Thanks for listening. Don't forget to like us on Facebook, follow us at VidZet on Twitter, and support us on Patreon. Thank you very much.